Welcome to qnawire.
That we just exchange one of the amino acids in a certain protein, and that we observe that there's going to be no change in the function noted at the end. So in order to identify the reason behind this, let's write down the structure of alanin of and of valine. In the case of alanin, we're going to have a single CH3 group over here versus the structure of valine that is going to have, in addition to that, an extra chain over here. So, as you can see, what is going to occur is that the fragments of the amino acid are going to be nonpolar fragments. So, probably their 3D arrangement in space will be similar for both of them. Here we're going to have a change on the primary structure, since we altered one of the amino acids, but probably on the secondary structures we're not going to be able to see a very significant difference, neither on the tertiary or potentially quaternary structures. Probably will not change. We can also say that it is not going to change significantly because the size of the nonpolar fragments is quite similar to each other, so we are not going to expect to have too much more intermolecular interactions. So, out of the possibilities that were given, first of all, we have a change to an amino acid will only affect quaternary structure, and not all proteins have this level of structure. This is going to be false. A change to a single amino acid may induce, for example, dissolve for bonds, or may have some hydrogen bonding interaction, which is going to alter the secondary and, of course, the primary level of structure. For B, since there are the same number of amino acids still in the protein, there was no change to any level of protein structure. This is not going to be true because since we change one of the amino acids, we're going to have a change on the primary structure and potentially to some of the secondary part, but as I mentioned before, probably is not going to change that much. And finally, C, although primary structure is altered, both alanine and valine are nonpolar amino acids. Thus, this is unlikely other levels of protein structure and therefore function would be altered. So, out of the three options, the correct one would be the last one. So, C is going to be our correct answer.